Welcome to a dream come true study session for a nightmare of a musicological predicament. Oddly Noted is here to bring you the most kind of complete laundry list for the history of violin. If this is the first episode of this series that you're seeing, might I suggest you find the lovely little link in the description to episode number 1, if you wish. It's entirely your choice. Today we mix geography with a little music history. In order to provide an affordable and effective visual, I've drawn a map. It's Europe, can't you tell? If you see your country on this map drawn to less than accurate specifications, I apologize heartily. To review, the history of pedagogy, the fine art of violin instruction, was divided into schools. The Italian stallions, the Austro-Germany astronauts, the 18th century French singers, the 19th century French stringers, and the Franco-Belgian babes. If that doesn't help you remember the schools of violin performance, I don't know what will. It's gonna help me. We've already explored some of the 1800s in the 19th century French school. The 1800s also includes the Romantic era. By this time, styles of playing were not so much divided by school, but what's much more characterized by nation. First up, the birthplace of the violin, Italy. Maestros include Paganini, Sivori, and Bazzini. Paganini defined 19th century violin technique, and his stuff is pretty darn hard to play. Next up, Germany. We've got Spohr, Ferdinand David, Wilhelms, and Joachim. Spohr, who loved Viotti and Rode, invented the chin rest. How that connects, I don't know. But it does somehow, in some way, I'm sure. Ferdinand David was buddies with Mendelssohn and even helped him edit his violin concerto. Joachim, who is actually from Hungary, is known for his awesome German school of wrist bowing, using your wrist. Hello, Poland. The famous fiddlers heralding from Poland are Durand, Lempinski, and Wieniawski. It's getting crowded. Now, Wieniawski took the same route of his pal Violin, whom you will remember from the Franco-Belgian school, and was also a professor at the St. Petersburg Conservatory, influencing Russian teachers and players alike. To my mother's motherland, Hungary. Now, the Hungarians were particularly well-traveled, so you'll see them pop up in various other countries. This list of violinists includes Bohm, Joachim, Ube, Goldmark, who I've nicknamed Goldmarky Mark, Remini, and Auer, who will conquer the violin scene in the golden age of violin playing. Keep an eye out for him. Anyway, Ube was also a legend in music education, producing students like Szigeti, Veszi, Denari, Szekely, and Veg. Take a trip to Spain with the one and only Sarasate. Moving on to Austria. Headliners to one of the most beautiful countries ever are Schuppanzig, Halmesberger, Goldmark, Bohm. Where are you, Bohm? Ernst, and Clement. Schuppanzig and his pals were the first to introduce Beethoven and Schubert string quartets to Viennese audiences. He also performs light salon music, which became very popular with Chrysler. Pedagogue Bohm taught Ernst, Joachim, Remini, Halmesberger, and Dom to Bohemia. Okay, here's a big list. Here we go. Pixis, Benowitz, Ondrejk, Suk, Shevchuk, Kubelik, Pavel, Schneiderhan, and Jansa. Enough said. Beautiful Scandinavia. Olebu, Sindig, and Martyr. We're almost there. To England. Blagrove and Holmes. Oops. And Russia. Leopold Auer. Working at St. Petersburg Conservatory, he greatly influenced Russian violin playing. Auer moved to the US in 1918, premiering many Russian compositions. But just to remind you, he comes from Hungary. They do get around, those Hungarians. We made it. It was tough. There was lots of people, but we did it together. So do you want the good news or the bad news? Good news first? Okay, there's only one more chunk of knowledge that you need to complete your comprehensive understanding of the history of violin. Yes, it's the golden age of violin playing. The bad news is another bunch of people. But we can muscle through it together. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you at the last episode.
Ferdinand David was buddies with Mendelssohn and even held it